Chris Scaler.
And I'm Emma Cosplay, and tonight we are watching with you guys
Death Note. Episode 23.
Yeah.
Last episode, we are on our way to arrest the fake Kira. The guy that works with the Yotsuba, exactly. And he is so confident, and he is so sure that he gets to win, and he's full of pride, which is what almost, well, this is actually the only flaw that Light had when he was Kira. His confidence and his pride is what almost made him lose to L. And every single time L gets really close to arresting him, it's because he's too confident. And now that's exactly the same that's happening. Like, he is way too confident, and because of that, he is playing right into L's palm.
Yep.
Because their plan is working. He is on his way to where they supposedly have Matsuda's file as Misa's what's the word, like, manager. And he is on his way there with the Death Note because he has to hurry up. Matsuda is on air. He's about to tell his name as, this is Kira. So he needs to hurry, find his name, and write it in the Death Note. But I'm pretty sure that they have cameras settled all around the place, and they're looking at him.
Do you think that they're gonna learn about the Death Notes?
The only thing that could stop them from learning is if he gets into an accident and Remu takes the Death Note and leaves, or if anything else happens that makes him, lose the Death Note. But pretty sure that he's either going to be arrested or killed in this episode. So with that said, let's watch Death Note. Da-da-da. Oh, now they have the book. Oh, this is good. all the tension, all the chasing, the emotions were like, rah, that was awesome. It's like all these characters that we've learned to know, we know their skills, like we know what they're capable of, but still, to see them
are about to surprise us.
L can freaking pilot in a helicopter, and he never learned how to do it. He just sat there and went like, gotta learn.
How difficult it is to pilot a helicopter when you're a genius like that.
Don't play your Bruce Willis, okay? This was so cool! Because, weirdly enough, like, Death Note is always happening in their brains, It's always a fight of intelligence and of scheming and plans, and we freak out over the fact that sometimes they can plan ahead and surprise even us because we didn't think of this. Now, not only did they surprise us, but they added action and pursuit with that. And it was awesome because this guy is not nearly as terrifying as Light was on the intelligence level, but he's a loose bullet, let's say it like that. Like, he's a wild card, thank you. No, we don't know what he's capable of. And just there, like, he was reaching into his bag, reaching for a gun. He lost it. We weren't, ready for that. And then he shot, and freaking Mr. Yagami just jumps in front of him. He's so good. He is so good. I love this man. Like, he is the perfect guy. Like, he's so selfless.
He's awesome.
And he did protect a criminal that he was working with. Like, it's not even someone he cares about. He still protected that person. And he's like standing there and he knows his life could end. Like, he knows his life is in danger, and he still refuses to take a gun because he's not a police officer anymore and it's not allowed in Japan and stuff. So he abides by the rules no matter what, which is something kind of foolish when you're going against Kira, but something I respect so damn much. So this is cool. Okay, now let's go back to one thing that bothered me.
What?
What the fuck? L trying to be in the commercials. What's the deal with the banana? We were looking at photos because I was trying to find a photo of the actor who played in live action, and I found memes of Death Note.
I found a bunch of memes.
Yeah.
That was so good to look at. And one of the memes was L eating a banana, and it was so freaking weird and
the
creepy.
teeth and stuff. And we went like, they probably photoshopped this in order to make it creepy. But then we just saw it, and he actually had the teeth. So it's not Photoshop. That's the actual episode. He looked weird for a sec.
He tried to do the same commercial as Misa did.
By the way, all the Yaoi fans.
Misa commercial, I didn't remember that part, but she was so weirdly enough, older than she was.
It's because it's makeup and the way she's portrayed in the commercial. It's a role, it's acting. But it's funny to see the comparison between like Misa doing these things, and then you've got Elle who's basically doing the same thing with this banana and his and just about any sweets he has. Like it's really weird. But it's funny because this character has so many facets to his personality. Like he makes us laugh. He can be both very creepy and very cute. And seeing him and Light together, like Light too, like Light cannot be creepy. Light, not Kira. Light, not Kira.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Like you see him, and he's like a mini version of Mr. Yagami. Like, he is sweet.
By the way, yet again we have another comparison with Light and his father when he is Light. Both of them said the same exact thing about guns and not using them. And Light, when he's a Kira person, he couldn't be more different than his father is.
He has to act in order to feel like he has a connection to his dad when he's Kira, which is such a tragedy because I know he's gonna get that book back. It cannot end with just Higuchi being Kira. Like, he's gonna get that book back. I know he planned ahead to get that book back, so I see this tragedy on the way, and I don't want to lose Light. Because I've grown fond of him. Like I really love this Light. The one that even starts questioning himself. Like he's like, could I have been Kira? Like, I mean, we have the same beliefs, kinda. But no, I'm not. I cannot be a killer. Like I can't do this. If he's not given the power to do it, he doesn't even want to do it. Which is, it just goes to show that book really, really changed him. And it's bad. It's very bad because this guy could have been such a gentle person. He could have been the next Light the next Mr. Yagami, and we are so fond of Mr. Yagami. Like we keep praising him. So imagine if Light had, stayed Light and grew up to be like the new detective that the detective he wanted to be. And he could have been better. Like he's got Elle's brains, but his dad's morals and justice stuff, whereas Elle is not above, killing people or letting people die in order to, prove a theory. So, but seeing them together, I love this. They are both so freaking cute when they're not making crazy things, when Light is not Kira and when Elle is not being creepy.
Yeah, they are.
It's just, it saddens me to know that one of them is like destined to go back to the Kira persona, and the other is so freaking tired. Like it kind of breaks my heart. Like, I see him sitting there with his bags. I'm like, shit, he doesn't have a life. So I think it's part of the reason why I'm so freaking out over them actually having one win over Kira. Because they've been at it for so long. Elle has been at it since episode 2. And probably episode 1, actually. We just didn't know it back then. So he's been at it for a while. And Light, since he joined forces with Kira, he's been with Elle. He's been at it like 24/7. Like he's literally attached to the guy. So to see them actually have one win, and I know it's a win. Like no matter what happens next, this counts as a win. They managed to stop him from killing anyone except the cop, sadly. But they managed to stop him from killing Matsuda. And they managed to record him actually talking to Remu, so now they have proof. Well, they don't have proof, but now they have clues to the Shinigami, and Elle already knows it's a Shinigami, like he already says it. I mean, Light did involve the Shinigami. He did mention Shinigamis when he was Kira.
If only he didn't do that.
It helps, that's the thing. Like when I'm thinking about criminals in TV shows and stuff, like I keep thinking like it would have been so much easier if they had not even gotten involved at all. Like, if Light had not tried to play with Al, he wouldn't ever have given him any clues. But it's his pride. It's his, it's confidence that he could play with them and be okay. Like, now it's kind of playing against him. But still. So now, they have kind of proof that there's an entity that they can see that exists, Remu. They can guess from what they've seen that the Shinigami eyes, like the power to know without, having the name, to know by looking at someone, their name, that power can be acquired by talking to that entity. Like, if they think about it, he did mention a deal, and then after that, he didn't need the name, like, he just needed to be there. So, they could guess that. They have the mean, like, they know he wrote a name in the book, and then he was okay.
Yeah, they got a clue, but they're not proof of that.
They don't know yet, but all they need to do is reach for his bag, take the note,
the name inside.
No, look at the rules.
Oh yeah.
It's the only thing that Elle never had.
Well, technically, just Remus not Death Note got the rules in English because Ryuk said that he put the rules in English in his book. But
yeah, but I mean,
it's the same
touching,
thing for Remus' book.
even if the rules are not in English, touching the book will allow whoever has the book to see Remu, and then they can ask the rules. They can figure it out after. Just like Misa figured it out. Just like that guy probably figured it out too.
I think Remu explained it to him.
Well, then he can explain it to whoever has the book.
Yeah, true.
So now they have such a strong lead, and they have something that Elle has lacked since the beginning. Actual knowledge of what the hell is going on. Because some people say that Death Note is not enjoyable because basically you have this guy, Elle, who is trying to arrest an OP character without any clues whatsoever to what's going on. Like, he couldn't ever figure out Kira because he didn't have this. So, if he doesn't have this, he cannot even pretend he understands like what's going on. But if he has the book, now they are on the same level. Now all he has to do is arrest him, and we already know he has the skills to do that. The only loose thing here is what the hell did Light plan to get his book back? Because I'm pretty sure he prepared for this. And there's a wild idea that passed through my brain during the episode, and I didn't mention it because I was kind of scared if I was right, people were gonna say, oh, but you were aware that it's gonna happen. I don't know, guys, because all the Yotsuba thing didn't happen in the movie. So I don't want you to react, but for a sec I was like, what if everything that's happening right now was actually planned by Light? Like, I don't know, like, I was waiting for Higuchi to actually maybe have a heart attack at some point and die, and I was like, holy shit, like, what if he wrote in the book that was gonna happen? Like, he cannot plan that much ahead, but that wouldn't be the first time I was surprised by Death Note, so I'm gonna make wild, reflections here because I'm still trying to figure out how in the anime he's gonna make sure that the book comes back to him. And the only way I can see for him to do that and know for sure that it would come back would be to actually write stuff in the Death Note to predict people's actions. Because he can do that. Like, he can make them do things before they die. If he writes something in the book that has, a direct link to how he gets the book back, that would explain it. The only thing though is I don't know, like, in the movie there is a certain amount of time that he has, like, that he can, predict stuff. Like, he cannot say, in 3 years that person is gonna do this. I don't think it's gonna happen. Well, not in the movie. They never mentioned it in the anime though, so I'm not very sure. So I'm very, like, scared of what he's gonna do, because I'm pretty sure that, like, we're reaching the end here. I'm really, really pretty sure that we're gonna see what he planned to get the book back very soon. So okay, I'm into this. Let's move on to the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is already up on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So click and subscribe. And if you don't want to see it now, just wait for next Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday for the episode to be up on YouTube. So thanks again, and see you in 2 days, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.